This is the best way to start. What's good, everyone in the building? This is your girl, Drea Ivy.
Yo!
Yo, yo, yo. And then this is Ivy Talks, episode number 12. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, that's all good and all that. But here I am reporting live. Kind of live, but not really. Yeah, you know what I mean. And here I am sitting alongside two, well, there's more people in the room, which I will address. I am sitting alongside two strong black men, entrepreneurs, and one of which is my co-host, because, you know, he's always got to sing himself.
Yo!
Hello, Hollow Rock.
Was really good,
Lex
Drea.
Rock, a.k.a. How you feeling today?
I'm good. Hollow Rock, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Another episode, Ivy Talks, episode 12.
Episode 12. 12 is an important number.
Very important, because that means we're moving on to 13, you dig?
That's right. What's going on? And then on to his right, we have not only a strong black man who is a business owner. We're reporting live from the Music Media Lounge, who happens to be owned by
Jay Nice and Starboy.
Oh,
Jay
Starboy.
Nice, the Starboy.
No, wait, hold on, pause. Are we going Starboy the Weekend Starboy, or are we doing...
Just to be clear.
This was before the weekend. Okay, please explain.
Starboy definitely started here with us. We got that on documents and everything like that.
Yeah, it's the 20th thing,
like
right?
MySpace days and all of that. It was definitely Starboy.
Did you just say documents?
Yeah.
So you got legal documents or what?
Of course. Definitely have the copy.
I'm just clowning you. So how are you gentlemen doing today?
Oh, Gucci.
Another day on the show. I like it.
All right, so we got our production crew in the cut. We have Drew Daddy Dollars over here.
What up, Drew Daddy? Yo!
What's good, Drew Daddy?
Drew Daddy, what the fuck?
That's your name now. Welcome to Hollywood.
Hey, that's the worst handle I ever heard in my life. Like,
What's the worst what?
That's the worst handle I ever heard.
That's not for YouTube, that's
I
for
know.
RedTube.
If we was using Instagram handles, it'd be a different situation. But
Drew Daddy Dollars is all about making fun, man. We laughing, man. Laugh is good for the soul. Laugh is good for the soul.
If they look that up, that's definitely somebody else.
It definitely
Well,
sounds like a rap manager out of Mississippi.
Exactly.
Baton Rouge. You know what I mean?
You got a perm and lapels and all.
Well, it definitely is.
That's
There's
all right.
only one you. So how you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm good.
You feeling good? Can we have a little bit more than good?
Oh, fantastic. Enjoying this 2019 ending. It's 2020 popping off. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, that's right. We are only about 2 weeks away. And we have another beautiful young lady. I'm not sure if she wants to remain anonymous.
She won't tonight. DJ Moody, what's good?
Oh,
What's poppin'?
what's
Ah,
good?
come
Hop on the mic. Come
Come
say
say what
what's
up real
good.
quick.
Come say what's good, beautiful girl.
What's happening? It's DJ Smooth in the building.
Hey.
You know, another Music Media Lounge All-Star.
Hey.
And you know what? Let me give a shout out. Let's get the shout outs out the way. Let me give a shout out to I Live UK.
What up, UK?
What's good, UK? What's good, London?
Over the pond.
Over the pond. And, you know, here we are. We got some South Florida natives, Miami, Broward County, 954-305. And
New York fam in the building. Cali fam in the building.
Cali fam in the
Texas fam in
building.
the building.
718 Queens, New York City. And
Chi-Town.
Gotta pick
Philly.
up the Bronx.
no, as much as he likes to deny it, the Drew Daddy Dollars.
Shout
Where
out
you
to
from?
the Zoes.
Where you from?
Oh, I'm from Sunrise, Florida.
Nah.
It's a neighborhood not too far
This
from here. You might have heard of it.
man, I got inside info that he's actually from Jamaica, Queens.
All right.
Yes, Jamaica, Queens.
Alright.
And
Still
especially,
never the Lost Boys?
yeah,
Nah, see, that,
yeah. And
that's
for
the difference.
and another secret, his father went to school with LL Cool J.
Okay.
Word.
History right there.
Alright.
We got some hip hop running through
For a
here.
long time.
Okay.
Oh
Now,
man.
My brother used to cut one of the Lost Boys' hair. They used to be in the same barbershop. That's
Wait a
all.
minute.
Yeah, small circle, Jeff Star.
Right?
Shout out to Jeff Star.
It was
Wait.
looking different back then.
Wait, hold on. What were you gonna say?
I mean, they all got dreads.
No, you know, he shape up though. No. Let me clarify though. I got some Lost Boy stories.
They used to get taped.
The
up.
man is shape up, fam. Like,
It
he is shape up.
You wasn't getting
Like-
you wasn't no fades out there.
Yeah. Back in my time, son, I used to have my dreads and all that. You know what I mean?
You gotta get
So
lined up,
I was privileged. I was privileged to you know be on the road with the Lost Boys. You know what I'm saying? And rest in peace to Freaky Ty. This is like right when he
Rest in peace
passed
to
over.
Freaky
But
Ty.
I was able to feel that little all-star shit on the road, being a young dude when the barbers come to you to the telly
Right.
and line you up before the show and you know cheeks and all that. Pretty Lou, yo, free my dude's Big Nice. You know what I'm saying? I know he's doing the biz, so LB fan for life. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Bulletproof too,
Right.
because you know he's LB fam.
LB fam.
You
Shout
know,
out to
right.
Jeff- Shout out to Jeff Star too.
Jeff Star, you know,
Shout out
home
to
team.
Jeff Star.
Right.
So you know, shout out to all Queens, man, all New York City, Lost Boys fam, LB fam. You know,
Astoria
It's nothing but
Queens
love.
one time. Astoria Queens one time. Nobody's representing Astoria, but that's where the good girls are from.
who wants good girls?
Well, Coming to America said that.
Shout out to Coming to America too.
Oh, hell no.
Oh my God, this mic is going up.
You don't touch a classic, man. I'm mad that they make
But they doing the classic with the
Wait,
same people.
wait. We're really getting into. Is this mic on?
Yeah.
It is now.
Okay, I'm
think
just
so.
making sure. So technical difficulties, people, it happens. So wait a minute. We really are jumping in, but before we even jump in, let's give some shout outs. Did we give the shout outs already?
We get part of the shout outs, but shout out to my man Train with Q.
Not all. Okay, Train with Quez.
Yeah, Quez.
All right.
Q Millie. You know, he got the workout bands. He was on episode 10. Shout out to McCleasy. He's dropping some new music. He just did
What's
a
the
new
one?
video collaboration.
Dope interview.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did see on his live that he was doing a little.
Yeah, so shout out to McCleasy.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to bring him back at some point because, from my understanding, he had a lot of insight on the industry, and he's still doing his thing, and I respect that. I really do respect that because anywhere in the world, literally, you still play that get fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, people.
Grind mode even more though.
Yo,
I'm
people
so
still.
high.
Yeah, even that. Yo, that's the vibe.
That shit, but that shit.
Yeah, that's the vibe.
That is
I'll
an
be in the
anthem.
car riding down 95 and I'm like, so high, yeah.
Remember that time of life right there?
Club,
That was a vibe, man. That's a vibe.
that almost. Yo,
That's
I
a Miami vibe for real.
Nah, it's beyond that though. That record almost brought back DJs doing R&B sets to close out the party. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you was able to jump for slow dance and whine and bag the number and bag the digits and take it home because of that song.
Oh my God, take
Let's
one
not
home
forget
legs.
that Miami sound was so big at the time. Even Snoop had to jump on it.
Yeah.
Remember that?
With that fucking sexual
yeah.
seduction.
Oh my
Facts.
God.
Facts.
ASAP.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take my time. Yo,
Okay,
that's
so-
one of his. That's one of
Yes.
his top 20 songs, my
Yes.
nigga.
Okay, so me being the
Like-
female here, so wait a minute, that was the Take the Chicks Home song?
Damn right, you know I don't play the
Oh
other field.
my goodness.
You dig?
Well, what's the opinion, Drew Daddy?
Nah,
Drew Daddy Dollars?
At that time, that song and that Akon, I Wanna Fuck You.
Oh
that
yeah,
shit
yeah,
was-
yeah. Drew Daddy got straight to the
nah.
point.
Nah,
It was
yeah.
number one and number two on my
Yeah,
playlist.
yeah.
Number 3, I can now put it in your mouth. just straight to the source.
You got a little
Straight
know what's
to
going
it.
Yeah,
on.
straight to the nigga. 4, 5, and 6. Uncle Luke, shake with your mouth. You know, Poison Clan just getting in there.
Yo, my man just really brought up the Akon, like.
Nah, but that was Akon had a mean run,
At that
son.
time, that song was back to back with that sexual seduction. They was both in the
Fam.
club at the same
They
time.
I
were-
don't want
they
to
were-
dry
they were-
snitch on Akon.
07, like, was that 07?
But nigga, when
08?
Akon came to
I
town,
was in
son,
the strip club heavy at that time.
You was with
so
me?
between those two.
when Akon came on to the club, dog, you know, old spirits and this and that, had to wait for a nigga the hour to go slam some boozy in the car, so everybody just waiting around, dog, windows up.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Shout out to my man Shep. Shep was there, son. Like, Akon was the man, nigga. Like, that bitches just waiting to get it in the back seat, just lined up, son. Like,
What
fuck
up?
being at your hotel room to get it.
Nah, we
Nigga,
can't.
it's got to, son.
We can't talk too much about Akon without talking about T-Pain.
Okay.
No, by far, hands down.
Nah, man.
Alleged. Come on now,
T-Pain.
The
alleged.
hottest Akon line though, dog, where he said he got T-Pain on the wrist, Lady Gaga on the neck.
Hey.
That was just like, yeah.
You
Yo,
understand?
He had royalties.
yeah. I mean, no, he's still cashing out in that new joint when he dropped with Tory Lanez.
Snapping.
I know
Oh.
where I know where we're jumping ahead.
Oh, that
Time
shit
a
that's on
little
the
bit.
radio now?
Yeah.
That
On,
shit dope.
on Chicks Day 5.
Brought back the I'm Sprung.
Yeah, yo.
yeah.
And I'm not
Crazy.
gonna front, they killed it.
Of course.
Yo, Tory,
Tory Mean.
yo, and that's one topic we're gonna get into in a bit.
And he
It's
spit
2019.
Yeah.
I want to talk 2019. Who went in this year?
Okay.
I can
And-
tell you who went out. not even, though. Not even. Yeah, you know.
Yo,
I got it. I got
first, all right,
A few
let's
people went
start.
out. A few people went out this year.
Yeah.
All right, let's start. 2019, Lex. Who went out?
Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. We lost
Okay,
a great one with
that's a
that
good
one.
one.
Yes, we
That's
did.
a good
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. We definitely did.
Not even be
Oh,
funny.
definitely.
You know, he passed. You feel me?
Right.
Unfortunately,
So that was a big L. And
especially in the way
it was
that happened.
beautiful to see the way so many people embrace him because I didn't know his fan. Is fanage a word? It is now.
Fanage.
I ain't know his
Fans,
fanage.
his
Right.
Nah, I like
discography.
fanage though. I ain't know his
Fanage, yeah.
fanage was that deep. You know what I mean? It felt like there was more than him for like a month and a half. You know what I mean? Like 6 weeks.
See,
The
It
thing
felt like
is-
a school semester.
But
dog.
the thing
Like,
is, Cali shit, like Cali, the support that you get in Cali is much different than. It's kind of like Dipset. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in New York, Dipset is Dipset.
yeah, Dipset had a
You know what
run.
I'm saying? But here, Dipset is like Dipset. So Nipsey has that kind of pull in Cali, like
yeah,
you know what I mean?
It
Like,
did feel like that Tupac dog, like that Tupac moment,
Exactly.
that to live and die in LA shit.
Yeah,
You know what
That's
I mean?
that
Like,
LA
it just-
shit.
I feel like it goes a little deeper than Cali or the music. I think it goes to
Character.
more or less to his character and what he stood for. And
He's
Stuff
very
like
articulate,
that.
man. Yeah.
But is it his character that was exposed or showing light after he died? Because I swear, son, I knew about the. Excuse me, I knew about the man when he was out way before, and
Right.
niggas was not talking or claiming nips like
yeah,
that,
but
dog.
then
You feel
also
me? All of a sudden he died,
Yeah, they
niggas
was
like,
not-
oh my
yeah,
god, it's the
yeah,
greatest
yeah,
shit
y'all
ever,
saying
and this and that,
Nah,
and
but
this and that.
y'all saying that they wasn't claiming him, right? But there's not one person that's been in contact with Nipsey and has not been on Nipsey's team from that one contact.
Yeah, it's true.
Which
It's
goes
true.
to say
Right.
a lot about his character. Meaning,
True.
like, there's not one person that says like I've been around Nipsey and I couldn't take
Like they false
anything
claiming?
from, like I couldn't take anything from Nipsey, or Nipsey didn't give me any jewels or anything like that. There's no,
Oh, I get what you're saying from his immediate
yeah,
team.
like
Yeah.
not even
Okay.
just his immediate team, like just people
There's people
that's
from
been
the industry. They
in
talk
the
about him all the
industry
time.
or
Yeah.
anything. As long
Even
as
before
you've
he
been
died,
in
there was people that
contact
was
with
checking
him.
for him like that.
I agree. I mean, I
So
never.
It's
yeah.
way deeper than like his music or just Cali. I feel like he you know, he actually stood for something. That's why it kind of actually brings up that Pac thing.
Yeah.
That's where the
Wait,
relativeness goes.
Before we get into Pop, the thing about Nipsey is I think that he spoke about a lot of things that unfortunately a lot of people don't necessarily want to hear. And with that being said, is like ownership.
Yeah.
You know, create your own business. Do this, do that. And unfortunately, living in the society that we live in, without really getting too deep into, my bag, we're raised into thinking that we're not able of attaining these things.
Right.
We're raised into believing that we can't own our own businesses.
Of course.
You know what I mean? We are raised, especially as first generation, like me being a first generation American,
Exactly.
we're raised into thinking that, hey, you know what? You go to high school, you graduate, you go to college, oh my God, it's like the most fantastic thing you could do. And then you graduate, you get a bachelor's, you get a master's, but guess what? You're working for somebody else. And what Nipsey Hussle, what he pushed was ownership.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Creating your own lane, creating your own ideas and manifesting them.
Facts.
And so with that being said, it puts him in a separate category.
Was he also first generation American? Because he's what, like Ethiopian? Or
Yeah,
Somali?
yeah.
Yes, he
Yeah.
was. His mother's
Yeah,
Ethiopian.
Okay. Or,
You
no,
know what I mean?
Is it Ethiopian or Eritrea?
I think his mother's Ethiopian.
Okay.
I could fact check, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
It's
no, his
either
pops,
one.
his pops is from somewhere else in.
Eritrea
They're
or
African.
something.
Yeah, he's from
like
somewhere else in
Somalia,
Egypt.
I
in
can't
Egypt,
pronounce
but
it.
Yeah.
I know my
Yeah.
geography, but
Yeah, don't,
somewhere else in
know.
Africa, but
Nah, but what I'm trying to say is though, because for the most part, we're all first generation Americans in the room.
Americans, right.
You know what I mean? So our families came with that mindset to come and play ball in America, and it was still a different time set just to work and be a part of this American dream and get your pension and live la 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 la. But that's not the reality of it. There's a propaganda and a systematic thing against us, and you know what I mean by us, y'all. So we're
People
not
of
part
color?
of the system.
We can just say people
No,
of
it's
color.
beyond people of color though. Like it's discrimination on so many levels now because there's so many different levels of people trying to separate from the bundle that they're already in to get their own identity. So you know what I'm saying? So like you have a women's movement, women are the number one minority, but then it becomes divided because now you have Latino women, Asian women, black women, then you have young black males, and then black males will try to separate that into Caribbean American or African American or Black American.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it becomes that. And then the other group wants to just try to separate themselves 2 to 3 times. It's like homosexual, Black American, or you know what I mean? Like so everybody's trying to be a minority of a minority of a minority.
It gets it you know, we could be talking about hours on that on those tangents, but what I respect about Nipsey like really was the fact that overall, over anything that he did, over his legacy, anything, all of the above, is that he challenged people to think outside of the box, to think that, you know what, just because you were taught this, question it. You know what I mean? And I think that the fact that he imposed that on the youth and the fact that he tried to inspire other younger, you know, men who followed him or followed, you know, outside of his rap career and all of those things, I think that was probably one of the most powerful thing that he did was to try to inspire people to think.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like to think like, you know what? They taught you this. They taught you that Christopher Columbus came here and did this and this and this. But how do you really know that? How about you challenge that? Why don't you come up with your own thoughts about what really happened or what could have happened?
I have a question. And
What's
this is
up?
to the room, Drea, Nice, Drew. With Nips, out of dead rappers in the game, 40 years of hip hop, is he a top 5 dead rapper or rapper who passed?
Top
Top
5, no.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
With impact and
No.
catalog.
I respect what he did, but
Movement.
catalog and music, no.
I put him in the
Top 5.
I put him in the same category I do Pac because we just had this discussion. I
Yeah.
don't.
But Pac is
But that's
top
not-
5.
But that's
No,
as far
but-
as impact.
No, but
Top
I
five
mean,
as far as impact.
I don't fuck with their music. You know, not to say I don't fuck with it. I don't listen to West Coast music like that. You know what I'm saying? A handful of. We were talking about this earlier when you were saying that Nip was on his cusp about to be popping.
Right.
Which I do. I think the Roddy Ricch, that Racks in the Middle. I think the Khaled song.
Right.
I think
Was
the
it because of the
Mustard
Grammy
song.
nomination though?
Nah,
No,
Roddy Ricch
I'm
is
talking about
actually
before
pretty
this.
Okay.
He would have been between all those tracks. He would have
He
popped.
would have bubbled right now.
So, but
would've.
I respect Nipsey just from the.
What he
I'm
stood
on Instagram how they have the algorithms and everything, how they give you stuff close to
Yeah,
what you like.
yeah.
I'm on my David Banner game hard. You know, I listen to his interviews.
David Banner grew.
Yeah.
Like
So-
got woke. Like
Yeah.
grew like crazy.
David
Now, I'm not
Banner
sure if
is
that's
every-
helping them or
so
hurting them right
every
now.
time, every time I listen to
Yeah.
watch a video
Too
from
potent
that,
right now.
the next video that'll come up would be Nipsey talking about some black empowerment, some black
Exactly.
business, some own your own shit.
And he
know
comes
your
with
worth.
facts.
So
He comes with
I
facts.
knew him from that before I knew his music. So I respect his impact from that level where I didn't really fuck with Pac's music, but his interviews used to get me all the time where I'd be like,
Right.
damn, I respect him from that
I can
standpoint.
understand
So
Because he's intelligent.
yeah, I respect their interviews as opposed to it wasn't like when Biggie died and you like, damn, this nigga's interviews was so deep. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
like, oh,
Right.
bro. Yeah,
No
right,
disrespect,
right,
son.
No.
Biggie,
No, but
Biggie
I'm
ain't
saying-
leave me with nothing.
But you're talking about
No, but I'm
Big-
talking about like
We
when
was
they
there for
died-
Biggie, son. Biggie ain't really leave you nothing, son, on the
Yeah,
interviews
No,
that
but
we've seen.
I'm
dog.
saying like their impact after they
Yeah, 'cause-
like Pun. Pun dies in his interview catalog. They don't leave you enough to be playing this years later.
But you know why?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Because you speaking about artists
Mm.
versus revolutionaries and people.
Yeah, there's a big
But
difference.
that's what I'm saying. Because
That's so
if you're gonna
spirit.
talk about
Different.
top fives,
Yeah.
I'm putting Biggie before Nipsey. I'm putting Pun before Nipsey. You understand? So,
But that's even a deeper question right now.
so
though.
what do you when
So
you
we
name it
asking
top five? Are
Yeah,
you
like,
going
what-
as far as impact.
Yeah,
you
what
going
do we consider top
all
five now?
around? Yeah, are you
Is it-
going all around or just artists?
I think it
Because
should be
it's
all around
plenty-
now because you're dead, so it should be all around to sum up your character. and
Yeah, but
you
there's
as a person.
plenty of artists that died and then they don't leave you nothing but their music, and then what do? Like,
Because they wasn't.
that's
really
what I'm
people of
saying.
substance
Like,
that.
it's not like if LL Cool J dies, you like, damn, he got that his impact on the game.
No.
No,
Marco
but
was
he's,
a Panther.
but he's a legend. You understand? But he's a legend.
All right,
Round the
yes,
way,
yes,
girl.
That was
No,
legend.
pardon me,
Yeah.
pardon me.
NCIS.
Pardon me, listen.
His acting career. That Shark movie.
Alright,
was hit.
listen, pardon me. Anywhere in the world that you go, anywhere in this planet that you go, people know who Tupac is.
That's a fact.
Tupac is Michael Jackson, but in rap. And the reason I say that, again,
That could be
anywhere on the
agreeable.
planet that you go, you will see Tupac shirts, you will see Tupac stickers, his CDs. He has books.
I'm
he
not
has this,
discounting that. What
Why?
I'm saying is,
No, let me
how do
finish.
you grade your top fives? Because
Alright, let me
if
finish.
you're grading it from that level,
We're not
Nipsey's
talking
in that
about
category.
lyricism.
But he's not in the
Rapper part,
Just
the
rap.
music
If
part.
you're naming
Okay.
just top five dead rappers, he's not. He's not. even
Okay,
in-
okay, hold on. Who the fuck are the top five
Okay,
dead
then
rappers?
then who are they? Because
Top
I
five
wouldn't even say
rappers?
Biggie.
Biggie could go in top
Biggie
five.
is
Okay,
obviously top
hold
five.
on. Let's run it down. And nobody try to like bite and ride, but you know, if you agree, just say you agree. So that
Okay,
you know that's part of yours.
alright,
Jay
alright,
Nice,
alright.
please lead the wave with your top five dead rappers. There's a lot of dead rappers now. Do you need me to keep you up to date with some?
We gonna definitely put Biggie in there.
Okay.
Start with that. Let's put
B.I.G.
B.I.G. is the top five dead rappers for sure.
Give me a little take on Biggie too, beyond the music. Like what else more can be added to the legacy of Big for motherfuckers to recognize like, alright, that's why he's considered top five of the dead rappers.
Oh no, Biggie shifted the culture. That
He
bad
did.
boy
Okay, so
era,
you
that
say I
bad
wanna
boy
hear.
era,
Definitely
the
did.
bad boy era that you can't really
You
speak
can't denounce it.
hip hop without mentioning Biggie.
He was
or that
the
bad boy
arrowhead
era. Yeah, you can't.
spirit.
Yeah, you like Coogee sweaters and giving
Swag.
fat black
Can't
dudes
go-
a
yeah.
vibe and feel like they can do it. Like
Straight
you can't
up.
go around
His
Biggie.
arrogance
For
was
sure.
always
And he put the team
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
The team dropped the ball, but he put the team
Trust
on.
me, he gave you a Kim. He gave you a Diddy. Like
Nigga,
I mean,
he
didn't
gave
give
you
you
Junior
Diddy, but
Mafia.
he kinda
Nigga,
gave
no,
you
he
Diddy.
gave us Diddy, nigga.
Yeah,
he set
gave
Diddy
you
up for
Diddy.
fucking
Of
no
course.
ways out.
Overseas,
Sometimes
Lil'
be like, I think that shit needs explaining, nigga. I don't know if it's part of the system, but that's something different. I don't want to get killed.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
That
So, nigga, your man's died, son, and then I don't know. Like, is it just was it an exploitation of it? Was it condolences? And but the nigga kept the torch going. But I guess that's what he's supposed to do, though.
He
You
kept
feel
it
me?
going.
He kept it going hard, my nigga.
Diddy,
Like No
you know
Way Out,
Diddy-
nigga. Did
you
like
know
6
Diddy-
platinum,
you know
nigga.
Diddy's
World
been
tour,
my idol.
nigga.
Diddy's
Yeah, I
been
get
my idol
that.
since day
That
one.
nigga came
Nah,
hard with the
no,
bass, nigga.
no,
Just
Diddy's
he
been
came with
my
the
idol.
projects,
Yeah,
fam.
since day one.
Diddy has been my idol since I was like 12. When I met
Right.
Diddy, like I met Diddy at the Bad Boy reunion,
Yeah.
and I promise you, like I was talking to him, and I was like, "Yo, wow, that's crazy." Like I'm not the type to get starstruck and be like, "Oh my God, can I get your autograph?" or anything like that. But I'm like, "Oh my God, yo, it's Puff."
Yeah.
Like to me, I still call him Puff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fun
Like-
fact about Puff and that whole thing is in Mount Vernon, when I used to live in Mount Vernon, when
You would see him regularly, though.
You would
nigga.
see him,
Like,
yeah.
I used to see him
Nah,
all the
but
time in
before that,
Manhattan at
this
the
is-
BNB building, nigga. Like I'm riding the elevator with the
story
nigga.
before Puff is Puff for anything like that, right? So my mom used to work in this bank on in Mount Vernon, First Avenue in Mount Vernon, right?
Mount
So-
Vernon Stores by Jay.
Yo, so the crazy thing is, his moms used to go to the bank all the time. My
Yeah,
moms and his
I remember
moms
that
were cool, right? So his moms used to send Sean to the bank to go handle, her
And that
business.
set
and
you
all
up, though.
that. Right. So this is
You
before.
just called him Sean?
This is what
Oh,
my
that's
mom. This is
personal.
what my mom's knows him as, right? So she didn't know him as Diddy. She didn't know him as Diddy. And
Yeah,
she just
no,
know,
Sean
She just know
Combs.
that Sean is coming to.
All right.
This is way before any of that. She didn't know Diddy was Diddy until they opened up the restaurant in New
Yeah,
York.
yeah, yeah.
And
Justin's?
they invited her to come to the restaurant, and she's like, "Yo, we going to the restaurant."
You talking about Justin's, right?
Yeah, Justin's. yeah.
Okay.
And like that's how that whole thing started right there. But Diddy's always been like the idol. And I feel
Yeah.
like he definitely carries the torch. He
Nah,
definitely
he's
carries
never,
the
black business hands down.
Yeah.
Him and Russell Simmons, They're on a different
Russ is a
level.
whole nother thing, but keep going, please.
All right, top
So-
5. Who's your top
So
5?
top five.
four
So-
more.
I'll go next. I'll give you mine.
Oh, I had to give. I thought I was just starting it off.
Yeah,
All right,
Yeah,
you
go
want
ahead,
four
go.
more, four
Yeah,
more,
yeah,
baby.
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll give you my top 5.
See if you agree, Jay.
Pun,
No.
Okay.
Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well,
That
all
top
right.
5 sounding kind of me.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Uh,
Then if I'm going, all right, then, damn, I put Proof up there.
What?
Yeah.
D12?
Yeah, I fuck with Proof.
D12.
I feel like when Proof died, I feel like but I'm talking about of niggas that's dead. It was I'm not really fucking with no Freaky Ty and shit. Like, when Freaky Ty died, I was like,
Yeah, nigga.
Nate
Yo.
Dogg,
Yo,
definitely.
Nate Dogg. No,
Oh,
okay,
Nate
I
Dogg
agree
was
with
in
Nate
there.
Nate
Dogg.
Dogg,
Nate Dogg,
definitely.
bro.
Biggie,
Oh, I'm tripping.
Yeah, now you ain't finished, but keep going.
Biggie,
Okay.
and Pop.
So Biggie, Pun, Pac, Proof, and Nate.
Yeah.
Biggie, Pun, Pac, Proof, and Nate. So you don't like Pac, but you can
He
put him in
fits
your
in.
top
Nah, his
5.
impact is great. That's what I'm saying.
All right, we need to
I-
impeach Drew Daddy.
Even if I don't
Yeah, you can't
fuck
deny
with, even if I don't fuck with West Coast music like that, I can't deny the man presence. Like,
But
You
there's
can't-
two
Nate is
West
a-
Coast rappers in the top
all right,
5.
but Nate is universal. Nate is not West Coast. Nate is universal. I put Nate.
That's
Nate.
good. God.
Man.
Nigga, Nate is the
Niggas is still
T-Pain.
trying to pick up where
Nah,
Nate
nah,
left
nah,
off.
nah.
truthfully.
Nate is the
That nigga-
T-Pain of the West Coast.
That nigga said smoke weed every day.
Right.
And that shit sounded clean
Come
as
on.
fuck.
God right there.
T
All right.
Paige wants to be the Nate Dogg of the West
Like-
Coast. Correct yourself, sir.
I wanted to
Nobody-
put
Yeah.
in my top 5. I wanted to
But
put
T-Pain me,
Left
though.
Eye over Proof, but Left Eye if you not,
Oh,
but
man,
not
Left
rapping.
Eye's
You know what I'm
good.
saying? Like,
Man, left eye back in.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But if
I
you-
think I'll give them 2 verses from Left Eye Dog over Proof, nigga.
Yeah, but all right. So if you count them 2, as far as impact to me, because when that shit happened and Aaliyah and Left Eye was probably those 2 when I was like,
Yeah,
God
we was in
damn,
the club
bro.
with DJing when that shit happens,
Son, crazy.
But what's her
That's
name?
crazy.
Nina Nine? Nina,
Yeah.
Miss Nina. She changed her rap name to another moniker, dog. Like Nina Nine when she was signed with Suge.
That's
Yeah.
She was on
right.
Death Row real
Yeah.
quick. She was the introduction with her and Crooked Eye. That was that new wave of the new Death Row.
Talk to him.
She was on there.
All right, so what are yours? Let's keep it.
Jay, you still owe us 4 more,
How
fam.
many do we got?
So we
4
gonna give
more?
you. Yeah, I'm gonna give you Biggie. I'm
Okay.
gonna give you Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Big L. I'm gonna put
Okay,
Big L in there.
okay. I
Okay.
respect that.
Yeah, we'll put Big L in there.
I
for
respect
sure.
Yeah, yeah. I respect it, but I didn't listen to.
Shit.
I didn't hear Big L like that until
It's
after.
2
he
albums, really, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
But-
2 mean albums.
Yeah, but I gotta put it.
And they both went gold.
No, they were dope, but I didn't hear.
I gotta put them. I gotta.
I'm
put
talking
'em-
about people I actually listened to, and then their death was
Oh,
like,
okay,
nah.
I get what you're
I
saying.
definitely got to put him in
Right.
my top 5 though, because like I was definitely listening to Big L when Big L was
Yeah.
out.
Most
But
valuable MVP.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then it's like so many
Children
rappers
of the Corn.
has
right?
still have
Shout
Big
out
L
home.
as they look up to or do
Yeah,
it
yeah.
like, or you know what I'm saying, status like that. So I feel like you definitely have to put Big L in there for sure. I don't want to leave out Nate Dogg for sure though.
That's
Yeah,
hard,
Nate-
though. That's hard. I'm glad niggas is considering Nate Dogg.
I
Niggas,
fuck with Nate Dogg heavy. so
niggas,
it's hard.
you know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
definitely
That's a
want
big L.
Nate Dogg.
Nah, Nate Dogg is that T-Pain
That's
in the
tough.
West, man.
Yeah.
That was harsh.
I really hate that
I got
analogy,
one
though.
more, but I don't know yet.
T-Pain of the West, Nate
If
Dogg.
it's, if
I mean,
it's
but
T-Pain,
it's true.
Go put that on this
For-
headstone.
for
See what
us-
happens in 2
for
or
us,
3.
it was, if you going, it was
The
up
T-Pain
north. It
of the
was
West.
Akon, T-Pain, Nate Dogg. That was it. That's what you had. It was
Nah, but you can't put Nate Dogg that low. It gotta go.
Yeah.
it
no.
gotta go Nate
I'm
Dogg.
talking about where they was at. West Coast was Nate. South was
Okay.
T-Pain. North was because Akon from New York, right?
Yeah.
Nah,
I don't know.
I think it's
Claim
from
that.
Atlanta,
No, all right,
Maryland, or
listen,
something.
listen.
Baltimore,
listen,
and
listen.
Atlanta.
Because
Listen.
Whacked Up wasn't in Atlanta. He
All
started
right.
living in Atlanta when he got popping with.
All right,
Because the
regardless,
mansions was
They-
cheap.
I think he had some shit like a B more. So I don't know
Oh,
where he's
alright.
from.
But
But
he from up north.
regardless of where they're from,
Right.
Nate Dogg and T-Pain both have such a distinctive voice.
What the fuck is even from in Africa, dog?
I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying, both of them have such a distinct voice that you can't.
Senegal?
Yeah, Senegal.
Okay. It's like, shit.
You
No,
can't.
they Senegal,
They
nigga.
They are in the
Senegal.
same category. So, all right, Lex, what's up?
Yeah, I got one more, but I'm
You
not.
got
Hey,
one
go
more.
ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Keep
All
going.
right.
I don't know. I can run down through the dead people and just think about it, B. I might sound real corny, though. Obviously, Pac and Big. You
Right.
feel me? Big L's dope. I could take it in 2 albums to consider. Pun, 1 real album. The posthumous album, whatever on this shit is ain't it right?
Hummus.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it
Fucking English
hummus?
over here. I don't know.
Humus, sorry.
Humans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
posthumous.
Yeah, all right, whatever. That and I still can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I go back and listen to certain tracks, maybe I sort of dumb down
Mhm.
my palette for hip hop over the years, but I be going back to my old vinyl collection, CD collection, like, goddamn nigga, I used to listen to this shit line for line.
Right.
Yeah.
Like like Pun's dope, but I don't know.
I wasn't really a Pun fan like that. Like when you know what I mean at the time I liked the records.
Nah, yeah, the
You know what I'm
records,
saying?
the
Like, he had
records, but
a couple of records, but
a couple
I
of
can't
records
say, like,
for
I
the
was-
Radio
What
Club,
up?
but it was a really a hardcore underground album, nigga. Like he was a
Right.
spitter.
Right.
He was a
But
lyricist.
when I was in New York, I used to hang out with a lot of Spanish niggas, and Pump was all that they was bumping at that time.
Oh, of course, in the Bronx.
Prodigy.
And I was from
If I was going
Bam,
to
okay,
I
okay.
put Prodigy.
Right.
I
That's
put
all,
Prodigy.
okay.
All right,
Prodigy
proof
goes.
That's
off.
right.
Yeah.
Prodigy on.
Yeah,
Okay,
Prodigy
there we go.
goes.
Prodigy.
I'll
Yeah.
take Prodigy on my team, son.
All
Prodigy shit was
That's
his
true.
catalog was crazy, and when he got woke in prison, if that's what you want to
I'll
say.
take a Pimp C. I'll throw Pimp C on my
All right,
shit.
so are y'all ready for mine?
She loves Pimp C. Yo.
I love Pimp C.
Pimp C's good.
Got it. All right, so for
Pimp C
me,
made me laugh, but his bars was
nah,
trash.
that nigga
Nah.
was great.
Bun B though, Bun
Nah.
B had bars.
But you
Bun B
gotta
has
take
bars.
the content of Pimp C, man. Like
Nah,
that's the
he's
a
street
fan,
content.
yeah,
Come on,
he's a
fam.
fan.
That's the street content. You
All
need
right.
that.
Yeah.
The
All
shit he
right.
says is real, but it wasn't
That's
like I
why
was
so
like,
many of them
He's
them
got
birds
that-
be getting away with the
he's-
stuff. You ain't
he's
got
got that
a Pimp
Texas
Chad out
swag,
there
though.
putting the fucking
He's
smack
got
down.
that Texas swag though. All right, so mine would be Pop, Biggie, Pimp C, Prodigy, and let's see, because you know I gotta give.
from the list.
No, it's not even that.
Joke show.
Let me see. Who would be my fifth one?
Drum roll, please.
Ta 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 ta.
you ain't put Nate on that list?
Yeah, and actually Nate Dogg.
Nate gotta be on that.
Man,
Yeah, I actually, come
We're
on.
not- but
Fam, you
Get-
threw Nate Dogg on any kind of hook, and it completely transformed the song.
give me Chinks, nigga, for my fifth.
So y'all ain't
Change.
like y'all ain't y'all
Chinks
ain't
drugs.
y'all ain't
All
like
right.
hold on, y'all
Shout
ain't
out
like
Coke Boys.
y'all ain't like Guru?
Guru dope. But then if I had to take
Yeah.
Guru,
Yeah,
I fuck with Guru. If I had to take Guru, then I have to go take MC8 from Beastie Boys, nigga.
Yo, Pimp C.
I have to
Come
go
on,
take
fam.
the OGs in, nigga, just for what they did. So
Pimp
if
C
that's the
used-
case,
Pimp C used to just make you laugh. You can't
nah,
help
nigga,
it.
no. It
Yeah,
depends
but
where your
that
mind's
wasn't
at.
my.
It depends
that
where your
wasn't
mindset
my,
at.
like-
I like Texas rap though. I like Texas rap.
I
though.
do.
Shout out
I
to
do.
Savannah, Camouflage too, out of Savannah.
I love Texas rap, so I mean that's what it is.
So
So-
Nipsey didn't make top 5.
Oh damn, that's
dead
fucked
rappers,
up.
No,
right?
I
That's what
mean
we
I'm
saying?
gonna keep
Nah.
it 100.
I feel like if you counting just rappers,
yeah, like
Then nah,
I
he-
just I can't tell you 5 Nipsey
All right,
Hussle songs
Stack
and I'm
Bundles?
like yo, I
All right,
rock
so
with
let me
it.
ask
I'm
this
sorry.
Stack was hot.
Top 5 dead rappers with an impact, I guess, was the
Top
yeah,
five.
then-
If
If you
then-
going top
Pop,
5 dead rappers with an
Big.
impact, then Nip is up there.
Pop,
Yeah.
Pac is up there.
Big up there.
Prodigy is up there.
Prodigy's
With
up
an
there.
impact.
Prodigy.
Yeah,
Impact.
them interviews he was doing after, like,
Prodigy
late-
was-
Yo, that fucking book he did though.
Prodigy
Yeah.
was woke.
that's
Prodigy
where
Yeah,
I
was
put.
woke.
I'm talking about like post prison Prodigy.
Right.
That he was a new nigga.
Right.
That-
He was woke.
So then, when he was on that
You
Illuminati
think mad
shit,
niggas
hard,
though got it though? That's what
Nah.
I'm saying. You saying impact like impact to the
Nah,
masses?
he
Or
was
just
doing.
impact in general,
he was
just
doing
putting it out
like
there.
I
he
feel
was
like
doing
that-
like speaking
Yeah.
shows, like performances
I feel
where
like-
they had him as a guest speaker and everything,
Yeah.
like, and people were showing up.
I feel like his knowledge and stuff
Yeah.
like that was actually pushing him more than
Exactly.
his music.
because he
Same with
was on
Nipsey
that
and all.
conspiracy theory
Yeah.
game hard, like
So-
the whole pedophilia island and all
Right.
that.
Yeah.
He was
But
on that
was,
hard.
So was Nips.
Yeah.
So was Pot. So it's Prodigy.
Lesson learned to all the Ivy Talk listeners: do not get
Ivy
woke.
Talk.
Be
No.
ignorant like a motherfucker.
Hold
Do
on.
not get woke.
Ivy Talk listeners, that's one of my main objectives is for people to get woke.
But
I want people
and
to
you,
think.
you woke in the industry, you get gone. quick.
No.
Y'all
If
niggas,
you're woke
that-
pause.
Me and
If
this
you're
nigga
woke
got
in
some-
the industry, if you're woke in the industry, and you know how to use it accordingly, not everybody has to know that you're woke.
The industry's
You don't
changed
need
though.
to advertise that.
See, the thing is, it's not a problem with being woke in the industry. I think.
Play your cards
I
right.
think not. Well, I think.
Nah,
I
niggas
think
want
what
you
it
to play
is.
a whole different kind
I
of
think
game.
what it is
So I don't know how
what
that
they
shit is
signed
now.
up. What they signed up for doesn't allow them to be woke. So now when they get woke, it's kind of too late for them to be.
And
woke.
that's
They're
right with
already
that
locked
shit that I
in
said with the
already.
Kanye shit, dog. When that nigga
Welcome to
spazzed
the
out,
side.
Right.
he didn't
Welcome to
spazz
the
out,
side.
nigga. The nigga called the shit out, but they want to go play like he has a mental disorder to save face.
To say
Man,
When that nigga
listen,
said,
look.
"Nigga, don't send your hitters at me. I know you got money in this." He
Exactly.
talking real shit, nigga.
No.
He's talking real shit.
Exactly.
He's
He
definitely talking real shit, but at the same time, he's still very much a part of that circle. Look at his wife. Don't give me this, oh, I'm scared about, oh, don't throw your hitters at me and da-da-da-da-da. But you're married to one of the most famous women in the world.
But what she
You know what I'm
famous
saying?
for though?
Yeah,
Mama
but
For being a
playing field.
whore, let's
Nah,
keep
but the
it
crazy thing is, you see
G.
the crazy thing with Kim. The crazy
Why is
thing
she
with Kim
famous?
She trying to change though.
The crazy thing
she
with
trying
Ray
to
J
buy her.
said it. He hit it first.
He trying to buy. Nah, he
Nah,
probably
see,
ain't the
that's
first.
the-
He
that's
trying
the
to buy.
facade.
She trying to buy her way off of the whoreness, and now she's actually trying to become involved and do things appropriated for black people, which I don't know why people don't fucking call out and see, nigga. Yeah,
Right.
you're
Exactly.
doing this shit 10, 15 years later, my nigga. Now you're doing it. It's cool, but nigga. You should have been doing that shit the whole time. Your whole
Yeah,
family been fucking
Yeah,
black people
I
and,
mean,
and
but
profiting
that's-
off
but
of black
that's-
people.
You can't judge a person for when they actually decide to wake up.
At least they woke up, or they
Pause,
really woke up, or
pause.
is it just
No,
PR?
no, no.
Yeah.
Pause.
You could
Do
do
you
what-
really believe that Kim Kardashian cares?
I feel like
You gotta
See,
care a little
no,
bit when your kids are
come
biracial.
on. Come
No,
on.
it's
It's a popular
just
thing.
gonna-
It's a popular thing to look like you
Just
care.
Nah,
Kim
I feel
Kardashian
you.
does not care. She's filthy rich.
I can't
Her
say
show
that.
makes how much billions of dollars. Kylie Jenner's a
Billions?
billionaire.
The show?
Kylie Jenner's a billionaire.
No, she sold the company, but
Come
yeah,
on,
I get what you're
fam.
saying.
All right, so
Don't
let me
give
ask
me
you
that.
this.
She married a rapper and now she's trying to pretend like she actually cares.
So let me ask you this. So as far as with this thing that Kanye is doing, you think that's real or that's for?
One of two things, and we've had this discussion before.
Mhm.
Okay, either Kanye has completely lost his mind in terms of getting too caught up in the spotlight, in the glitz and the glamour, and losing his mother, and you know what I mean? Like
Was that a
at the end of the
sacrifice
day,
though?
let me
That's
finish.
a whole
You
nother-
know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
my bad.
Let me finish.
Round the
So-
West, rest in peace.
So what my thing is either he lost his way after losing his mother, like his groundwork. You know what I'm saying? When you lose your groundwork and you lose your foundation and you get caught up in that type of spotlight, it's easy to get lost because you have access to everything. So everything becomes everything because you have access to it. So then after a while it gets boring. You understand what I'm saying? So after a while you have to be extreme. Now, Kanye marries one of the finest bitches according to, the world.
Is she really that fine?
She's sexy.
According to the world.
I mean, according to the world, Kim
Everybody
Kardashian.
looking.
Yeah, everybody's looking. Kim Kardashian
You
is
watch the
bad.
tape. You see the tape.
Kim Kardashian is
Where's
bad.
the tape? That
Tape was
no,
trash.
nigga, the tape was whack.
At that
Nigga,
time
like-
in
The
life,
tape was
like-
whack.
like,
Nah,
you know,
I'm not
The
gonna
tape,
front.
I ain't
the
fucking
tape,
time in life.
the tape was
Nah,
perfect
nigga,
for
that
girls
tape-
who wanted to see Ray J dick. Other than that,
That shit
mean,
was
she
wasn't
buns,
naked.
nigga.
Alright, I'm sorry, and
That
the
is not the
buzz,
celebrity.
Charles.
Yo, all right, real shit. Bigger question: is there
He doesn't
any
even
good
have a big
celebrity
dick, I'm
porn
sorry.
tape?
I'm sorry, Ray J, but he doesn't have a big dick. It's not like she was doing anything magical. She wasn't. She was
Yo,
not.
Ray J, nigga, this podcast has nothing to do with the earphones we're supposed to get. please
I may
send
be
us
getting
the-
explicit.
Get
the
the
Ray
Ray
Cons.
Cons. Run the Ray
I may
Cons.
Some
be getting
Raycons.
explicit, but as a female, you weren't gagging at all, sweetheart. So what were you doing?
but she was barely
She might not have
smiling.
a gag
She was.
reflex.
It was
She
like-
didn't know what she was
She
doing. I'm
was
sorry.
back. He was trying to put in work, but it was his private. I don't know. The tape was for him personally or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was
but-
videotaping.
But that's
That
what
nigga
all
was
porns
checking
are for
himself
that
out
we film.
But
Man.
he
You're like,
really-
you
no,
know what I
but
mean?
I'm
Like, we
saying-
don't do it for the gram. Like,
No,
you're
but
like,
he videotaping himself more. If a dude videotaping himself with a girl, your main focus is to focus on the girl because you like, damn, I need to look at this later. Nigga, I know what I look like. I know what my dick
let's
looks
be
like.
real.
But
I mean,
it's not.
it was a publicity stunt.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
it's
And
mainly.
it works, son. Like the chick
It's
is
mainly
famous
to
for
get this
fucking
girl,
Randy's
yeah.
brother, my nigga.
That's
Like, you
exactly
know what I mean? He
it.
ain't played the pimp card right, dog. Not saying I condone, like, you know, that industry, but nigga, like you, but he did get a payout, right?
Yeah, he
Okay,
got
okay,
Ray J.
okay.
for that.
Alright, so
Yeah, that was
Ray
a-
J.
that was-
Now,
that was
alright,
a $1
Johnson,
deal.
Johnson,
Let that shit collect.
Alright.
That was $1 million deal.
Alright, so let's pause, right? Now, so that's one angle, right?
Yeah.
Now, the other angle is, could he be doing it for money reasons?
Who?
Kanye.
Kanye.
Where
Who's his
part?
mother-in-law?
You talking about the
Who's
church?
his
thing.
mother-in-law?
Oh, Chris
Jenner.
Yeah.
So all the antics, all the acting out on stage, all the doing this, dyeing his hair blonde, getting it, squeezing it with Donald Trump. You tell me. All right.
No,
Perfect question.
I support the
What-
Donald Trump
what- okay, what-
situation though
What,
with him and Donald.
what other rapper
Mhm.
has taken pictures with Donald Trump?
What
All
other
of
rappers
them.
allowed
Or
to
president?
All
though?
of
Mike
them.
Tyson
Or
down with
president.
Donald.
Before he
All of
went,
them.
before
Mike
he
Jim
Tyson.
Brown
became
down with
president.
Donald.
Mike
Oh, yeah.
Tyson?
All
Come
of them.
on,
All of them
fam.
got. But let's be clear. All of the rappers have pictures with
Donald Trump, yeah.
All of them.
All right, but
Before
not
Donald,
like Kanye.
before
Before
Donald
Donald
Trump,
Niggas
Not like
respect
Kanye.
Donald Trump. He's
Yeah,
a
before-
businessman.
Before
Exactly.
Donald-
Before Donald Trump was
you gotta understand
president.
that before he was president, he was in Vegas heavy, and all
Right.
these motherfuckers was taking pictures.
And they all stayed
Black
at
people
Trump
love
hotels
Donald
and all
Trump.
that.
Exactly.
Until he
Everybody
became
loves
president.
Donald Trump,
Exactly.
dog. What's the TV show you had? The Celebrity
Yeah,
Apprentice shit?
Apprentice.
They
all
love
that.
that
Come on,
shit.
fam.
They loved
You're
him
fired,
until-
dog. They
They
love
loved
that
him until he
motherfucker.
became
Fired.
president.
Now, I don't know why people of color are so surprised that a 75-year-old white multi-millionaire or billionaire
Doesn't
has
like
some kind of
racism.
prejudice. Like, you
Exactly.
motherfuckers are
Right.
stupid, son. You guys are a bunch of
Exactly.
closeted idiots. I like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to fucking win again because Democrats have nobody in the party. The impeachment ain't going to happen, son. Fuck it. People don't like him because they broke. If you like capitalism and every opportunity in America, get your shit
Absolutely.
together and go get the fucking bag. Because
Absolutely.
that's what it's about, dog. Like, facts.
Absolutely.
The thoughts of Lex Rock is not. No sound on this.
No, okay, no.
Alright.
I'm
We just gotta
I'm
drop
sorry.
that.
sorry.
Y'all just gotta drop that in.
All right.
Fire!
Here, but if we talking
Fire
about,
for
if
that.
we
I'm
talking
backing up.
about,
I'm gonna back you up. I'm gonna
Right.
back you
all
up.
right, but if we talking about,
Bake it!
if we talking about Kanye, here's my theory on Kanye. You
Oh,
understand?
here we go.
Like Kanye, you gotta understand that Kanye was always crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Outlandish.
It's just
I
that,
don't think he's crazy.
yeah,
He's
no, but
outlandish.
he was always eccentric. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
outlandish.
But people confuse being a savant when you are an artistic genius like that. They attribute it to mental genius when he not that deep. He's just talented as shit. You understand? So you gotta understand that if you out here making crazy paintings and people like, damn, these paintings are amazing, and then they get you in an interview, and in the interview you like, listen, I am the next Walt Disney. I am the next. They're like, this nigga
Yo.
they they
They feeling
attribute
themselves.
Yeah,
Most people
so
don't
they
think that
attribute-
it's good.
Yeah,
they
but most
attribute
of the
the
time
fact-
that nigga is the next Walt Disney.
Can I keep it 100 with you?
Yeah.
I've never seen an interview where Kanye said something that I didn't agree with.
Exactly. And that's what I said with the
But
last
that-
shit he
no,
had with
I-
Big Boy and the
nah,
other
'cause
dude.
there's certain times he says shit
Uh-huh.
that Kanye is fake deep and J. Cole is fake humble. I tell her this all the time. Kanye is fake
That's
deep.
deep.
Kanye is
No,
fake.
no. Real talk,
Kanye is
no, real
fake
talk.
deep.
Uh-huh.
And J. Cole is fake humble.
Cole-
Niggas that get on and then
Charlamagne
they
called
give
him
you
fake
that.
humble too.
Like J. Cole give you that. I'm a homeless nigga. Da 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 da. This.
Right.
I live in a cardboard box type shit.
Right.
When that's not you. That's just your fan base feeds it.
I'm
That's
gonna
what
tell
your
y'all
fan base
something
wants.
real-
Wait,
So they
pause.
want a certain. They want certain shit
Let
from
me-
Kanye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Which-
They Kanye.
No light skinned nigga is ever humble.
Which pause. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I gotta interject. J. Cole just announced the second annual Dreamville Fest on April 4th of 2020 in Raleigh, North Carolina. So yeah, he's
Is that
making
like
that
a light
money.
skinned nigga convention? Like
What the-
Jedediah is gonna be
But
there and
just being
shit?
humble gotta do with making money. He making bread. I am not saying J. Cole is not getting the bag. He's making bread.
Nah.
J. Cole is selling out arenas
Of
everywhere.
course.
What I'm
If you're
saying
real
is,
humble, then he'd give out the tickets for free.
Yo, do
all
y'all
right,
really feel his
that's
music
why
like
he
that?
was
That
doing that
selling out,
Dollar in
though?
the Dream tour.
Don't get me wrong.
But he
J.
stopped
Cole
doing that
makes
a long
some
time ago.
bangers.
Exactly. So
He makes
that's
bangers.
why
What kind of
He's
bangers?
fake humble.
that's
Huh?
fake humble.
All right.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
you
feel
call.
you.
That's what you call fake humble.
I
If he
feel
was real, then he'd still be on that Dollar and a Dream tour.
Yeah, because
J. Cole.
for Dreamville,
I don't see that no more. The dreads is enough. The
I went
dreads
to
and
the
the
Dollar
bum
and
clothes
Dream
is
tour.
enough. You ain't gotta do the Dollar.
The Virgin.
Yeah.
Key word, dog. The Virgin
Yeah,
clothes.
that's the costume.
Virgin.
He put on that. Yeah, he put on that
That's the J.
costume
Cole
for y'all.
costume.
But
I get
Kanye,
I get
Kanye
you.
is fake deep, where he says certain shit, and then because niggas just not that smart, people take it as genius. Because sometimes you say some shit that's so outlandish, you be like, damn, maybe there is an
It's
elevator
abstract.
to the moon. Niggas is living there right now.
I mean,
Who know?
for-
and all
I
of a
mean,
sudden,
for- I mean,
there's
for
people
dumb
that's like,
niggas.
You go so far left, it
Yeah.
becomes
yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
I dig
therefore,
that.
with
Exactly.
him, because he's not that smart, when you try to say too many deep shit, you're gonna falter every once in a while. So when
Exactly.
they catch those moments where he just look crazy because he said some shit,
What did
but
he
the
say that
shit
was
not
crazy?
adding
He
up.
ain't crazy though.
Yeah,
I
what-
mean,
what did he say
okay,
that was
what he
crazy?
said
He has
is
to
crazy.
speak cautiously, dog,
What
because
he said
he's
is
part of the
crazy.
machine.
I mean, what I would think.
Every
what he
nigga
said
out
is
there got a
crazy.
price, fam.
Hold on.
Everybody.
I mean, of course, everybody has a price.
And sometimes it's not monetary, is what I always said before. But every
Yeah,
motherfucker
you
out
don't
there
know
got
what
a
it
price,
is.
B. Exactly.
Exactly.
There's some
Yeah.
industry war stories that I could tell motherfuckers.
But
Facts.
And this nigga
that-
could
that's
tell
facts.
niggas just
Every-
like, nigga,
everybody,
I ain't in the game, son, because I ain't played them fucking games, nigga. That's just
Exactly.
real shit.
But that's how it goes. But I feel like with Kanye, the problem that I had with the whole Trump situation is because of the fact that you already know Trump makes black people feel a certain way. You understand? But you can't come from the activist
And he
Tell
loves
him
the
Waleed
Waleed.
days where you like
Yeah.
George Bush don't care about black people.
But
Then
even
get
that
on
nigga
with a nigga-
disappoints me.
Yeah,
but
but
get on with a nigga that cares about black people less, and then be like, "That's my superhero, though."
Nah, but the crazy thing is that the reason that he said that's his superhero is because he said the way that people is treating Donald Trump is exactly the same way that people treat him, so he can
Blackballing
relate.
him?
Yeah, he
Nah,
can kind of
yeah.
relate.
Kanye
Alright,
never,
let me
but
propose a
Kanye has
question.
never, but Kanye has never been blackballed.
All right.
Kanye gets
Really?
talked about
How do you know?
quite a bit.
He's
Oh, he's been
blackballed.
blackballed.
I didn't know that.
He's
Kanye
been
gets
blackballed.
talked about quite a bit, but his influence is insane.
Nah,
All right,
but
let
he's
me
been
ask you a
blackballed.
In
question.
the lowest part of his career, when his music was not, even if you talk about 808's Heartbreak Time and all
No,
that,
they were just
his
Right,
sneakers
right, right.
was selling at an all-time rate. His influence
Right.
on a fashion level was at an all-time high. So he's always.
Now let me
it's
ask
just
you
where
guys
he
a
puts his
question.
focus.
No,
Let me
pause.
touch after you.
Let me ask a very important question since we're all people of color in the room. All right, and let's be 100% sincere.
Right.
If you were indeed blackballed, or if you were indeed proposed X, Y, and Z, and they said, "Hey, listen, you, your family, and the next couple generations of your family are going to be good, but we need you to promote this agenda," would you take it? What is more important to you? You, your family, your generations to come, or the other, I guess
Morality?
you could say the people, morality,
Niggas are gonna
your
pick their family
kind.
for the most part.
When you're gambling, you don't know what these people are going
You're gonna
to
go for
do.
sure
Right,
thing. You go on
right.
your family.
So you saying
You're gonna look out for your family.
So let
For
me break down.
yourself.
So let me break down
So
what
how
she's
do we
saying a
fall
little
him?
deeper.
Yeah.
Let me break down what she's saying a little
Jay
deeper.
Nice, y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
She's
Gina.
saying if they said sell your soul for your family to live on
And generations to
and
come.
generations to come, would you do it?
Niggas is jumping on
To
the slave
secure
ship.
it.
Huh?
Niggas is gonna jump on the slave ship, son. I'm
Yeah,
just.
Why not?
That's
You know what I
one.
mean? But
That's
like,
one generation of slavery for the countless generations of prosperity. You
What-
gotta understand that.
what I'm
That's-
saying, like everybody
Exactly.
got a price, son, but it
That's
depends
kinda
though.
crazy.
Like,
That's a heavy ticket. I
yeah,
don't
but
know how to do
it depends. But like I say, like on Kanye's part, the blackballedness comes in different levels, dog.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
black community owns him. He came through the black doors first in the music. He expanded and grew.
Mm-hmm.
So we the first one to disown the same way we disowned R. Kelly before, and we take him back. And that's the thing about black folks. We can diss you and shit on you, but it ain't for them or the other people outside the gate to come and attack our own. We're gonna dismantle you and we're gonna build you back up. We did it with Michael, we did it with Kelly, we did it with Pop, we did it with Mike.
Bill
But you
Cosby,
can't, Bill Cosby, you can't tell us nothing about our own. We own it. It's for us to clown you, boycott you, and take you back in when we feel it's time. So, white people, Damn, I'm really getting. Well, my bad if sponsors don't connect
No, I
more.
mean,
But
we're keeping
when
it
it
real.
comes to
This is
Yeezy,
a open platform.
white
Let's go.
people are worrisome about him, but they don't take him as a threat. He is not vocal. He is not a motherfucker they see as a harm or a detriment to whatever things they got going on. He's just the outspoken Negro who has yet to know his place. That's why they looked at him with obscurity when he said George Bush don't like black people. It's shocking, but it's nothing like, oh, like, you know, it's out there because it's something they all knew, but like, oh, this motherfucker came and said it, but it's still nothing that they can't contain. It ain't some radical Public Enemy, X-Clan shit, you know what I'm saying? Some Dead Prez, Black Militia Revolution, get our guns and free our people.
But back
It ain't
then,
that.
his demographic was different. You gotta understand.
He was
now,
still crossover. He was extremely
but now-
crossover.
Yeah, it's
But
before
now-
social media though.
but
No,
now
he was.
Kanye-
We had social media. He was crossed over. We had YouTube then. We had MySpaces, Facebook.
Yeah,
He
of
was
course.
crossover. That shit was
Nah,
on
2006.
fucking a marathon with fucking Austin Powers, Mike Myers and shit. That shit was news. Like, it's big.
Yeah.
He was vocal. He's getting vocal. But again, he is not a
But
threat. He is
then-
not a Malcolm X.
But then that
that time.
message.
Yeah, he's a Martin
that
Luther,
message
dog.
was
He's a
for-
passive Negro.
Yeah, that message was for black people at that moment.
Yeah.
Now, Kanye's main demographic, due to his fashion sales, his impact, his social media impact, the people that watch him on television, he's reaching young, affluent, white kids.
Big time.
So,
Of course.
therefore, that is his demographic now.
Black
so
people
he's
ain't
not,
reporting Yeezys like that.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
I mean,
not.
no,
They're
really.
not.
Facts, me. Like, no.
In all
They're not.
reality,
My kid
that-
got
that's-
so like nigga who
therefore-
bought them for you. Like, not daddy. Like, no.
I got crazy.
I don't condone
I
that.
got crazy parents, but there is not too many black people stopping me on the street.
Where
Going,
I be paying you? Shit.
Zero.
Hush up,
no.
hush up, hush up.
So
All
they-
right. You know what? Let's cut it. Let's cut it. Let's cut it.
No, but they
Let's
not.
cut it. Let's talk about females in the rap game. Let's talk about females in the rap game because we can go on and on about Kanye and racism and
Free
all this.
Kanye.
All right, let's free Kanye. You know, meanwhile he's
T
laying,
Kanye. J Nice.
meanwhile
let's
he's laying next to his beautiful wife.
go. Is he?
Yeah,
Could be another one. You know,
he
Kanye.
might be.
I bet you they got an open
He
lifestyle.
might
though.
be. He might be. He might
Know what I
be.
mean?
I don't know. I feel like
But
he's
I'm pretty
right
sure
there.
Kris Jenner's
'Cause
gonna
he's
keep
pussy
that check
whooped.
coming.
I just feel like he's in a good space right now.
Out of fear of being pussy whooped. It's two things that keep you locked in.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, what's wrong with being pussy whooped by a beautiful woman that you have kids with?
I think it's
Because he can have 10 more of those and 10 times more beautiful. Status and
What-
bread.
what does
come,
that matter
come a
when
long
it
way.
comes-
He can probably fuck the
Nah,
sisters for
yo.
all we know.
He could
See-
just be in love with his wife.
He could
he
too.
wants his
Salute.
wife.
Salute. I get that. I get that.
You know, he wants his
Nah,
wife,
but you
who
can
happens to be a multimillionaire.
no, but you can tell by the way
You
that he
know,
talks
yeah.
that that's him for her.
Nigga,
That's
front,
his wife.
nigga. I don't know, nigga.
That
Rappers
nigga
become
nah,
actors.
he
One
loves
thing,
her.
one thing that he said that I could say, all right, Kanye, I could understand this. He's like, yo, Kim is like a female that he can definitely be with, and he knows for a fact that she don't need nothing from him. Like,
Yeah,
you know what
she
I'm
got
saying?
it. She gives me
Like,
that subservient vibe.
Exactly.
though.
Of course.
Exactly.
Like, she's very disciplined and
I
compliant.
kind of feel like
But
the
who's
image
more
that you
compliant?
see of Kim is really not Kim. I feel like Kim, you know, sometimes you see like some fine chicks in the street, and then you meet them and they don't have no substance at all
Yeah.
to them.
That's mad women.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got like your home.
That's
like,
bad
you
fine
might,
women.
you might have like your home girl that you don't even think she like look good, but everybody in the street goes crazy
It's
for.
the
But
vibe.
she got a
It's
vibe,
the vibe,
though.
nigga.
Yeah.
Good.
Like,
Yo,
that's
real
the
shit,
vibe.
real shit, son. Bitches with bomb pussy, you can't build with, nigga. The bitch with the lame shit, the mediocre shit, and when you keep, nigga, the bomb pussy dog ain't got no substance because the pussy is bomb, son. So she already know the angle that she comes.
I met some bomb
pussy that you wanna
substances,
keep?
like,
I'm
Word?
sorry.
Nah, she
As
wants
a
you over
woman
the
on
mommy for
mic,
the box.
as a woman on the mic, I highly disagree.
Not hypotheticals though.
No,
Alright, back to
there's no
what I'm saying though.
hypotheticals.
Back to the Kanye and the
There
Kim
are
shit.
no hypotheticals.
Truthfully, what happens if just Chris is just wearing the strap on and handles both of them?
Who?
Handler is a big word.
Wow.
Handler is a big word.
I'm
Chris
talking
Jenner?
literally just puts the strap on and handles
don't-
both. You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
so let's segue. Speaking of women,
Yeah.
Lizzo at the Lakers game.
Pass.
Wait,
Okay.
Foul.
Wait,
Technical.
what was the question? What was the question?
Out of
That was
bounds.
a red card.
Hold on, what was the question?
Ejection.
I didn't even hear the question. What was the
Liz-
question?
Lizzo
Yo.
at the
Lizzo at the
Oh,
Lakers
shit.
game.
All right,
Nobody wanna see that.
Lizzo was just at a Lakers game. What was
Okay,
it
okay.
earlier this week, right? With
With the thong thing?
Yeah, and then she had floor seats,
Yeah.
and she had kind of like a
Who
cutoff
paid for the
shirt.
floor seats? I think receipts.
The
She
cutoff shirt
probably
with
did.
the-
She's doing pretty alright.
With the ass cheeks
So,
out.
alright,
Yeah.
so she had on like this big ass t-shirt with the cutoffs, like the back cutoff. And then like at some point in the game, she turned around and she started shaking her ass
Yeah.
on
Now,
camera.
I have a question though.
Yes, go ahead.
If you're saying she had that I seen the picture, so the ass cheeks was already out.
Yeah.
Did she have something covering, or she walked in like that? Because if
She
she walked in
walked
like that,
in
they
like
knew
that.
what the
She
fuck
walked
it was,
in like
son.
that, and
So fuck that.
she sat in the chair like that, and she
Yeah.
walked in like that,
Yeah,
and
so
she danced like
They
that.
was all part of that shit.
So what they saying? Are they saying it's an issue that she wore that?
I mean,
45
come on,
minutes
man.
later.
There's kids there.
45
there's-
minutes later though, she ain't do
Oh.
that in the first quarter. You get what I'm saying? She ain't coming busted open, dog, like finding her seat.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like,
if you
it's
want my
deeper than
brother-
that.
I'm
no,
starting to
okay,
see the bigger
before-
picture.
It's
Alright,
deeper than
listen.
that, son. Like you knew what it was coming in, dog. You know you have to walk through to get to the front of
get
the
to the
court.
front.
You ain't in the 300, 400
Before-
sections,
And then they
dog.
had to put the
Before
camera
I
on.
get into my personal
on, fam.
opinion, before I get into my own personal opinion,
Yeah.
as men in the room,
Yeah.
how do you guys feel about that? Is it an issue of the fact that she's not a size 6 or a size 4? Is it the fact that she had her ass out?
I'm ready, coach.
Go ahead. Like
Put
what
up the game,
what
coach.
are let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because we got IG and OnlyFans and Pornhub for that. So we see that shit all day on our cell phones, on the computer, whatever. So, there's a place for it. Maybe society as a whole and who attacked her doesn't embrace her, but you gotta look at who controls the media and who wants to go exploit that for a hot topic. But you know what I'm saying? Lizzo is loved in the community, and brothers love a big bone sister.
But
You feel me?
There's
So,
a lot of men that love it.
as a parent that you have your child at the game, you're at the game with your child, and Lizzo's turning up. Is that an issue?
Yo, if I say what I want to say, dog, it can go so left. But I'd rather go
Say
have
go
my
left,
child.
go left,
I'd
go
rather
left,
have
go
my
left.
child go see that than two in the same set kissing. In public.
Okay, I agree.
I
But you know what I'm saying? But that's a hot topic.
But you
That's
gotta,
right. That's
you
the
gotta
spicy
understand
one, but I
that
agree.
the same game.
Who
the
pours
same
my
game.
drink?
You got me.
This is LA. This is LA. The same games that they arguing about Lizzo doing this. Amber Rose be at those same games.
Right.
In a piece of string.
And
You
the
know?
Amber Rose
And
looks-
Rihanna sitting there showing up to the game in just a loose fitted shirt and
Rihanna's
then no bra,
beautiful.
nipple out.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
don't.
But
Mind
her
you-
forehead
mind you-
blocks it all.
Hold on. Time
But
out.
they don't
What?
care.
What?
Because of the
What?
fact that those are attractive
What
women.
you say?
So because
Her
those are
forehead what?
socially,
Yeah.
I think that it's not even. I think that wasn't even an online issue. I think that her publicist put that out there because that's good publicity for
Exactly.
Lizzo.
Yeah, but
It
because
bring all these
Like we
body
seen Lizzo
positive-
shake that ass in the
Exactly.
Hustlers movie.
So
That's her in the Hustlers movie.
Yeah,
But
so
right.
you get all those people that's now pushing all this body positive backup for her. It's only more promotion. She got a new single out.
I don't even feel like if it's an issue because the arena says she could come back and do that anytime
I
she's
thought they
ready.
banned it.
That's
Yeah.
LA.
Yeah,
They told her she
You
could
know
come
what's
back
going on.
anytime.
there. You know what happens in LA?
Exactly.
We know what happens.
Yeah.
Magic.
I also
Yeah, exactly. You walking out.
Shit. That's the biggest magic trick ever, dog. That nigga still ain't disappeared. Ah,
Fact. You know what's pumping?
hold that one.
You know what's pumping through them veins? You crazy.
Oh, shit.
Yo,
Magic got that good.
Magic Johnson,
The
how
best
you
medicine
doing, man?
in LA, boy.
I'm sending you the best of wishes.
I'm gonna tell you some real shit though.
On better health.
That's why EJ Johnson is gay.
Yeah.
He saw what pussy did to his daddy. Nigga said no. Hey,
It's not for me.
Yo,
no.
yo, alright. Alright, so
Facts.
what was your comment about Amber Rose? So Amber Rose can come to work and it looks good.
Amber Rose is fine, B. You playing games. Like,
Is she still fine? Did
yeah.
she have a baby again?
Nah, she just had another baby.
Grew out the hair. She looked different when the hair was grown.
Yeah,
right?
when
Like,
the
he don't
hair,
even want it no more.
but that's because Amber Rose is socially acceptable to look like that. Kim Kardashian could wear the
And she took out
just
the titties, right?
tape across here,
I think-
and then go to the game and it's fine.
I think Amber Rose fits in that same category of females like I was talking about with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Too, where they might actually have like somewhat of an outright personality.
Yeah, so therefore they give them, they give them that credit. She didn't come in there like that.
Yeah.
Lizzo, I feel like it was a publicity stunt because it gets people talking about her, which drives people towards her single because she just dropped a new. Same time that came out, she got that.
Yeah, it's a subconscious thing.
Alright, so I got a better question. As men in the room, would you want to wife a woman who steps outside the house like that?
I'm real conservative. I like my woman in a hijab and
one at a time. Your girl steps out with her ass and her fucking titties out, tape, whatever. Is that okay with you?
It all depends. See, the thing is this:
time and a place.
It's not even a time and a place, but it kind of depends on what she was doing before I met her, or when I'm like, if I met her and she was already doing this kind of vibe.
But she's your girl now.
It's still not my place to tell her how to dress or whatever, because I obviously approached her when she was dressing like that, right? So I don't feel like it's necessarily my place to tell her like, all right, now you my chick, you can't wear this. I feel like it's on her to know that, all right, I'm in a relationship now. I gotta respect the relationship. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like it's my place to tell her she's supposed to dress this way or dress that way. Especially if that's how I met her.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That goes back to the whole shit, like when niggas was in the club business. You meet her in the club, you bag her in the club, and now she has a situation. Why you working out and being in the club and stuff. Yeah. But now, like, you know, there's a time and a place and everything and personal respect. But my thing, personally, I don't try to conform a woman. She has to make that adjustment herself. Like, I ain't nobody's keeper. So you got to come and play the position. Because trust me, as hard as a woman can go, a man can go just as harder. And some women think, like, oh yeah, I can go fucking blah blah. You spread your legs, but a lot of women don't want that. For niggas to throw that shit out, though, it's just throwing out batarangs, nigga, when there's crime. Right. You know what I mean? So it ain't nothing.
What about you? What do you think?
I think it comes to a respect factor as far as a woman dress. It's a fact. Like a woman dress a certain way, you get approached a certain way. Right. You see it regardless.
That doesn't make it right though.
No, it's not to say.
I know women be tripping about that, and I get it.
Men are visual creatures and you feed off visual cues. You take a woman dressing a certain way as an invitation to approach them a certain way.
Especially on online dating, like the first picture is them busting the titties open or the ass out. And then they want to say in their profile, no, I'm not here for sex or dick pics or one night stands. I'm looking for substance and attention. And man, with security, like, damn, bitch, like, what does the first, second, and third picture mean?
What's the picture supposed to
So you have to know. There's a way.
That should be crazy.
You gotta understand. There's girls that sit here in hijabs and burqas and all types of shit and get hollered at on a daily.
Exactly.
Get hollered at on a daily basis. So you gotta understand that.
Niggas like
however they dress is not affecting how they get sought at. It's affecting how they get approached.
True.
So.
Very true.
You promote a woman in burqas.
Yeah.
So you say a woman can step out like that? Or no?
I'm saying that she makes that determination how she wants to get approached.
I agree.
Because you have to understand that now if you stepping out like that and I'm out here looking at niggas like, all right, so what's really going on? Now it's creating a hostile situation.
But it becomes
you gotta understand that that's where you prepare for the situation because it's not. You already knew what comes with it. A girl, when she dressed and then the nipples is out the top of the bra,
facts.
She knows what kind of situation she's inviting.
Absolutely.
But this is what I'm trying to say, though, son.
I don't think what a woman has on should change the way
how you approach her. Yeah, and respect her.
But you gotta understand that.
All right,
how anybody dresses is how you approach them.
No, but because police do that profile.
All right. Yeah. I met a dude 3 days ago. Mm-hmm. White dude, bald head, got a beard like mine. You know what I'm saying? Bald beard. He had on what was it?
To all the listeners who can't see him.
He had a Slipknot shirt. Slipknot shirt on. Had his little Bengals or whatever. Right. And he's sitting there. He ran into me in the store. He's talking to me about cell phones and shit. We chopping it up, everyone. You know, he got his Converses on. So I'm like, damn. Right. You know, I used to wear Converse back in the day. Chopping it up with him and shit. But I kind of look at him like, all right, this is a regular white dude, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I approach it, that's how I chop it up with him. 3 days later, I'm rolling up to the hospital. This nigga outside in a surgeon's outfit.
Oh.
Same dude. I only knew it because he, what's his name?
The piercings?
No, he had a little tattoo that was creeping out the bottom of the thing. Mm-hmm. It was underneath his bracelet that he had, but he had a tattoo underneath the bracelet. Mm-hmm. And I only recognized him by that. But it completely changes my perspective on how I was chopping it up. Not to say that it would affect, but it would have affected the way that I approached him and the way that I would have taken him approaching me. You understand?
So I want you to elaborate a little bit more.
Okay. People are very judgmental based on appearance. Period.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where we get profiling.
Yeah,
we definitely get it being men of color and women of color. Like you can't hide this.
You get approached different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's.
But that's why we of color should kind of more understand that you shouldn't approach somebody a certain kind of way.
Yeah, but you got to understand that people of color are also, especially island people, are very sexual in nature, period.
Facts.
So then, because we're overtly sexual.
But it's a cultural thing, though. It's different what's acceptable. Obviously, like, we're in the law, you know, America is different than a lot of places. Yeah. And we keep getting different daily. We keep emphasizing laws and restricting, you know, certain rights and coming down harder on certain things and adding more things to the bunch of laws that we enact. The Caribbean culture is different. European culture is different. African culture is different. Sub-Saharan African culture is different. Asian culture is different. So that's the dynamic that we take, being the big melting pot. So we have to adjust all these things. Crime happens to be more numbers and more of a magnitude because there's more people to the pot. People don't understand that now. There's more law enforcement agencies out there to do more investigation and crime works, to put down a harder foot on things to determine what's what in certain areas. There's more people coming. There's 320 million people in America. How many of these people are people from other countries?
True.
Not saying,
of course.
But then you also have to take in how many of the people from these times used to do something two generations back that's no longer allowed or acceptable in today's times.
Exactly, but that affects how you approach a person based on how they dress.
Exactly.
I can approach depending on how I dress, and if somebody thinks I'm Spanish, somebody thinks I'm Indian, or somebody thinks I'm just a regular light-skinned dude. So they approach me completely different based on their assumption.
All right.
So then you got to understand that what you wear and how you present yourself creates a pre-existing situation in the person's mind. So so even as minorities, we are more forgiving in that situation, but they are also more assertive in sexual situations.
All right, well, let me interject. Minorities or not, as a woman, you know what you're wearing. So any woman to lie to you and say, oh, well, you know, I have on this see-through shirt and the see-through shorts, but that doesn't mean that I want to be treated or looked at a certain way. That's a lie. That's a lie. As a woman, when you leave at the house, you know what you're wearing. Exactly. And you know, because as a woman, you can leave the house in sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and men are still going to be like, you know, like beautiful or not, however you may look. You know, women, you can, again, sweatpants, sweatshirt, men are still going to be like, yo, mom, what's good, what's good. Right. So if I leave the house,
when you're going, fuck you then. Fuck out of here.
But I'm saying, if I leave the house, in a skin tight shirt with no bra on and my ass is hanging out with some heels on, and I already know the kind of attention I'm gonna get. I know that. You know what I'm saying? So when women act naive and they say like, "Oh, I don't even know why I'm getting approached," that's bullshit. Yeah. I'm telling you straight up, it's bullshit. Because as a woman,
coming from a female,
coming from Drea Ivy, it's bullshit. That's international here, anywhere in the world. When you leave the house, you know, because you know that men are looking at certain things. Right. You know what I mean? You don't even have to have makeup on. You don't have to have your hair done. Right. None of that. You can literally leave the house. I could literally run to Publix with no bra on and some shorts on, and I have all these men like, oh, damn, mom, what's good? And it's like, yo, I'm not even all done up.
No, real talk on the craziest thing.
And this is the truest thing on earth.
The craziest thing I gotta say, son, and you know the one I showed you. The shorty who I felt most in my life, dog, was a real conservative woman. Never did any of that sexual dressing shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The one from overseas, and kept her classy all the way, and classy to this day. Doesn't do that. Like less is more. Covered up.
Exactly.
Very conservative. None of that extra shit, dog. No enhancements. No trying to show it and be all extra, dog. Very quiet, secluded person, dog. And that person got my respect 1,001. And I had my models. I had little IG bunnies and had all these little things in my time to go, dog. And niggas can back that up and attest that. But son, all that extra shit ain't got no substance at the end of the day.
They don't feel like they have
My man
that
got
substance.
IG
That's what I'm
bunnies.
saying, son. That's what I'm saying. Like that bomb ass shit
It's
and
out the
that
door.
all that shit, dog. It ain't got nothing, son.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing,
That
dog.
hat game mean.
Yo, that fedora
Get
game is
'em.
mean. You got the bunnies on
It
deck.
gives you that knowledge, man. It's just hiding all that fucking and protons and neurons out there. You know what I mean?
I
Telltale
just think,
mix.
you know, ultimately it comes down to this. It's like, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a one night stand, or if you're looking to just have fun, or if you're looking to just fuck, hit, quit, and be done,
South
it's
Beach.
one thing.
Oh yeah, one thing.
Yeah, here you go, South Beach. But if you're looking for a girl, and
Where Jay
like,
went with?
from a man, like if you're looking for a chick that you really actually want to like form something with, that's something different. And the same thing with a chick. As a female, I'll tell you, as a female, you know, men, what their equivalent is, you know, hey, look at my car. Hey, look how much money I'm spending. Hey, you know what? You can move in with me. Hey, you know what? I'll take you here. I'll take you there. I'll take you shopping.
That's the trick approach, which is
And that's
becoming
cool.
acceptable now.
It's cool, but
It's
at the
become the
same
norm.
time, that's all good and great. But how many other chicks are you doing that for? You know
But
what I'm
is
saying?
that irrelevant though? If she's down for game, like you get what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
if
Like,
the chick is down for game, that's cool. But it depends on what you're looking for.
But
you know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
can I don't want to twist what you're saying though, because you can definitely build a lifestyle and a life with someone in the fast lane. You know, on both parties.
right.
So shorty a hoe or shorty popping or shorty a prostitute or stripper, this and that. You can go build your little happy life and have that. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of times you got dudes in the situation who may be oblivious to what you be doing
Right.
until they get there. Or you got other situations where dudes is completely content and gonna go boo her up. She can go throw and know she's selling the box in the champagne room and
Right.
doing that and giving top and be the first dude sitting in the club waiting for her to come out and kiss her and be happy. And that's cool. That's what certain people do in rock.
Right.
It's to each is everybody, dog. Cause I ain't really knocking where the loose cannons be at these
I ain't
days.
knocking
Cause
nobody.
these chicks
I'm
out
just
there
saying- I'm just
grabbing
saying
the
observations.
look, B. Real talk. Break down the math with me, son.
Okay.
You
go.
got a chick, dog, selling the box at 500. All right, this is not part of Ivy Talks, and I don't condone
Nah,
the
disclaimer,
mathematics
disclaimer. These are all
of trafficking and
hypotheticals.
tripping.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna stop it and I'm gonna start again.